Hi, how you all doing? Well, welcome back. I'm a tour biker, and today I thought I would have a little look at my camera I recently got. It's a Drift Stealth 2. It's full HD action camera. Those of you who are thinking of getting yourself a little camera to put in your helmet or on your bike, well, I'm not going to bother doing an unboxing video. There are loads of those videos about on the internet, and especially on YouTube. Let's face it, if you don't know how to open a box, then you shouldn't really be in charge of a motorcycle, should you? But for those of you who don't know how to open a box, that's how you open a box. Okay, I've already had the camera out because I have been using it a few times. So let's just go back to the box. Nice little box, very stylish. Seems it's all compact. Seem to keep it all safe during postage. In the box you get 3 mounts with the camera. You get this one, it's a goggle mount, and the other 2 mounts I've actually already got on my helmet. One is a curved mount, one is a straight mount. It's my own trusted Nolan helmet. A straight mount, because my helmet is more straight on the side, I put the straight mount here, it's quite secure, and the curved mount on the top. I actually quite like that helmet. I know it's not at the top of the range, but it is a very good helmet, and it's also British gold standard as well. So I do quite like that helmet. Also on my bike, I'll show you in a moment, I have some other fittings on. Now we'll come to those in a moment. So let's get down to the camera. So in the box you have your camera, your 3 mounts. You also have I'll just unscrew this here, and this is the actual mounting plate that you get with it. A quick guide, get you going. A sticker, if you want a fancy sticker. USB lead, data lead, and that's about it. So you don't get an awful lot in there. So let's just put all these little bits to one side now, and let's get down to the camera. So this is a camera. It's actually quite a small camera. It's very compact. When you've got it on your helmet, you don't even know it's there. You get no wind buffeting against it or anything. You wouldn't even know it's there, and it's so easy to mount this camera. Now first of all, let's get down to some of the dimensions. I'm not going to go too technical into this. I'm not a professor. I like to do things in layman's terms. Right, okay, let's have a look at the size. So what we got, 7.5 centimetres, or near damn it 3 inches in length. The width, 3 centimetres or 1 inch, here is damn it. So it's actually very, very compact. As you can see, fits my hand, no problem. There's no weight to it, so that's good. Now, operational use. As I said, this is just an idiot's guide. It's very simple to use. You've got 3 buttons on the top there, just about see them. First button is a power button. The second button is a select button. The third button is a mode button. So first of all, powering the device up. Okay, then you go out in the morning, put it on your helmet, and this is how you get it to record. Press and hold down the power button, leave it a few moments, it will initialize. And see, it must initialize first. It only takes a few seconds. So now you've got that on your helmet, it's a little green LED on there, just to show you it's on standby. Record, use the power button again, just one simple click, and that's it, it's recording. You'll notice the screen changes colour, the LED also flashes red, so it's recording. Stop recording, one press again, and there you go, back on standby. Let's change the modes. There's various different modes you see you can go through. You can just go through all these modes, and to select a mode you just use the select button. I'm not going to mess about with that because I have it set up how I want it. Turn the camera off, press and hold down for a few seconds, and there we go, it will power down. Simple, couldn't be any easier. On the back of the camera you can see there's a little thumb screw. Unscrew that, and this gives you access in here. Your memory card, it's a micro SD, your data lead or USB lead, and it also has a HDMI, mini HDMI output if you want to connect it straight to TV. And this just screws back on here. I'll just put that back on there. Now mounting the camera. This is your back plate, so that is what will click into the actual mounts. On the back of the camera you'll see there's a 1/4 inch screw thread. By the way, anybody who's got any mounts already on the motorbike from other cameras, GoPros, things like that, if it's a 1/4 inch screw thread it will fit straight on. So if you've already had other cheaper cameras with the 1/4 inch thread on, these cameras will fit straight on those mounts. Now this is the bit I really like, so let's just screw this back on here. It's a little thumb screw in there. Now when mounting the brackets on your helmet you don't have to be too fussy about it, so you've got it reasonably pointing in the direction you want. Because the good thing about this is when you click your camera on you can just loosen that screw thread a little bit, and you can actually just loosen a bit more, and you can actually adjust that to whatever angle you want. Okay, once you've got it in the angle you want, just tighten up the screw thread. That's it, it's locked in now, nice and tight. Also on the lens, it doesn't matter if you've got it at the right angle up or down, because the lens, you'll see a little arrow on here, it's a fully rotational lens. So you see it's a fully rotational lens. Okay, so wherever this arrow is pointing, that is the position of the lens. So if it's a little bit on one side, you just adjust that to get it up straight. And so there are lots of ways you can mount these, and you don't have to have your brackets 100% because you can always adjust it with the mounting plate and the rotational lens. Now there's also, those of you who have a smartphone, there's also an app for the smartphone. I have it on my phone. but I'm recording with my phone at the moment, so I can't show you that in a moment. They are Wi-Fi enabled. So in your settings, go to Wi-Fi, turn the Wi-Fi on, and you will actually be able to see on the screen of your phone what the camera is filming. So you can actually set up your lens and your mounting brackets on the side using your mobile phone. Once you've got it set up, dead simple. Putting the camera onto the helmet couldn't be more simple. It just clicks in, that's it, very secure. And to remove it, squeeze the two little things at the side and it comes out. Move it different positions, wherever you want it. So, and you could buy extra mounts to fit on your bike, or even you can even get dashboard mounts for in your car. So it's quite versatile actually. Costs £100, well £99. So I think for £100, quite worth it. I have got some quite a few video clips from it, which I'll put at the end of this video. However, there is one very big drawback with this camera, and I'll show you now. The microphone, it has no external microphone, and the microphone hole is right there. I don't know if you can see this or not on my camera, but it's just above my fingernail there, which means it's at the front of the camera. Now, I hope somebody from Drift is actually watching this video, because do you know what? You must have had your head up your arsehole when you designed this camera, because no matter what I do, the wind noise on this camera stinks. It is absolutely terrible. I have tried all kinds of things. I've tried covering it with masking tape. I've tried covering the microphone hole with various things. I even got some cotton wool, just rolled it up like that, you see. Place the cotton wool across the microphone hole. Just use some little small elastic bands. These are actually little kiddies, I think they're called looming bands or something. And I put quite a few over it so as to cover the microphone hole. And yes, it did help to a certain extent, but there was still an awful lot of wind noise. Now, setting that aside, I think it's an absolutely brilliant little camera. It's absolutely fantastic footage, and for someone on a bit of a budget, I think that is an ideal camera. I just wish the microphone hole had been at the rear of the camera, because that would have been much better. So there you have it. That's the Drift Stealth 2 Full HD. Oh, by the way, you can either film in 1080p at 30 frames per second, or you can film at 760. I generally have it just set at 1080, 30 frames per second, and it's absolutely fantastic video footage, very clear. If you're wanting a safety camera, then that is what you want. And it doesn't matter what vehicle you ride or drive now. I think all vehicles should be fitted with cameras. In this day and age, there's just so many damn idiots about. Well, this is a mount that I have on handlebars. I don't actually really use it that much, because I don't like using cameras on handlebars. The simple reason, you get so much vibration through your handlebars, and then the phone's all over the place. But this is just to basically show you what I was saying before, that if you have any kind of cheap camera fitting on your bike with a 1/4" screw thread, the Drift Stealth will fit straight onto it. So as you can see, that's the back of the camera. Just and that will screw. It's a bit awkward trying to do it with one hand here, but it will actually scrape. You see, I won't tighten it right up, but you can. It will actually fit any 1/4 inch screw thread. I'm actually going to move this bracket. I think I might put it on the back of my bike if ever I want to film towards the rear. So there you have it. That's the Drift Stealth tool. Well worth buying. By the way, I don't work for Drift, but I would highly recommend that camera if someone just on a budget is looking for a cheap little camera. Well, happy riding, stay safe, feel free to subscribe, and I look forward to putting more videos on in the future. Have a good day.